Welcome to the show, everyone. In today's episode, we're talking Launchpads and Launchpools. What's the difference? What are they? Which ones are the top ones and how do they work? Let's answer all of these questions. Let's get started. Alright, you're watching the Crypto Corner Show, your crypto radar for all the latest news, reviews, market analysis and research, and of course tutorials that help you master the crypto markets. Okay, Launchpads and Launchpools. We're talking about platforms that allow investors to buy into new cryptocurrency projects before the tokens are publicly released. In other words, pre-sale prices many times lower than the official price at launch. This is why they're really hot right now. Most importantly, unlike the ICOs in the past, these are projects that have been vetted and approved by specifically formed teams. That's a big plus. For a launchpad, crypto investors basically participate in an initial exchange offering, an IEO. This is a fundraising model where the project receives the backing of an exchange. The platform helps investors discover promising crypto projects before they enter the mainstream. This form of public fundraising for crypto startups, it's not a new concept anymore. Back in 2017, we saw a booming ICO trend that gave birth to thousands of new blockchain projects. Some were good, some not really. ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering, and this is when a portion of the token supply is being sold in advance prior to the token launching. Prices are lower than the expected market price at launch, and this is enticing for investors. The developers, on the other hand, are receiving millions of dollars of funding that they get to use to support further developments and to build everything that they intended. But the issue was that with this being a highly unregulated market still, there was a lot of room for cheating and a thriving fraud-heavy industry developed. By the end of 2018, over 90% of all ICOs had failed in one way or another, so some governments stepped in to regulate and restrict these operations. China, America, Iran, North Korea are just a few examples. Furthermore, after bitter experiences, investors were no longer confident in the ICOs. The underlying problem was that most new investors lacked the knowledge and expertise to analyze new crypto projects and thus were putting their money into literally anything that looked flashy. Then we saw the rise of the IEOs. This time the public offerings were issued with the backing of an exchange where investors can receive and straight on trade these assets. This is an improved version of the fundraising model, an improved version of the ICO that is more beneficial to the investor. Having the exchange's support means that the project has some ground to start off well, and also it gives the investor peace of mind that should you choose to exit the investment, you can sell the tokens on that exchange, better than just buying a token before it's launched and without knowing where you will be able to sell it later. This is how it used to be with many of the ICOs in the early days. So here the exchange takes on the job of researching many new projects. Then if it's all good, they partner with the project to conduct a token sale on their exchange platform. Typically, the token gets listed for trading at that exchange within days or weeks after completing the sale. So IEOs helped regain some of the lost confidence in the pre-sales of new assets. In the past 2 years, we saw decentralized exchanges emerge. We call these DEXs for short. So, after years of trials and errors, we saw the birth of the first successful DEXs like Waves and Bancor, then Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, 1inch and many others, which attracted loads of users. And subsequently, token pre-sales and public sales started coming to these platforms too. In this case, they're known as IDOs, Initial DEX Offering, and the platform or the service that these DEXs are using are called Launchpads. In short, any platform that raises funds for new crypto projects by allowing you to buy tokens before they're publicly released is known as a crypto launchpad. This is a pre-sale, usually followed by a public sale, unless the project gets more than enough funding in the pre-sale and then it doesn't go to public sale. These are variable conditions decided by the project developers and the founders, of course. So, because launchpads are for a limited crowd rather than open to all the public, there are requirements to be met, and in many cases these will include having a minimum required amount to participate, which could be quite high. There's a token lockup period as well, and a distribution schedule. These are conditions that the investor will have to abide by, and in many occasions the date of the pre-sale is not revealed until the last minute, so the anticipation is huge and the pressure is real. It's good though. If you're going to participate on a DEX-based launchpad, then you will probably need to set up a MetaMask wallet or another wallet that interacts with Web3 applications. And then you will be connecting with this wallet to the appropriate network, either Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, or Polygon, or others. You will also need to have some ETH or a BNB token in that wallet so that you can cover the fees when transacting. I mean, every purchase or approval of a smart contract actions that are executed will have some fees involved, so you will need to cover this, and it will be in the native token of that network that you're using. So you will need to have this all ready before you choose to participate in a launchpad sale, because they go live on a specific date and most likely they will be finished within a few minutes or a few hours, but typically within a short time frame. So if you're wondering what is the difference between a launchpad and a launch pool, to keep it simple, for launchpads, users are exchanging their pre-sale tokens for a new one token released during the token sale. They are buying these tokens. While for launch pools, users have to actually lock tokens, other tokens. They stake them in a pool for a specified period in order to earn new tokens being distributed. The number of tokens to be allocated to each user isn't predetermined, but it's often based on the stipulated APY provided by the host platform. If this sounds complicated, once you go through the process, it's quite intuitive and you will quickly get the gist of it. The truth is, launchpads and launch pools are very lucrative. They offer you a really low entry price for tokens that are yet to hit the public, and with this in mind, you are almost always in profit the first day when the tokens hit the public sales or they start being traded openly. So right now, these are the most anticipated investment opportunities, and there is a lot of appetite for new launchpad releases. We're talking 10x to 50x gains in a single day sometimes. Easy, quick, and kind of free money. This is really the appeal of launchpads or launch pools for that matter. Of course, not all projects are super successful, but the likelihood of finding a diamond in the rough is quite high, and I know many people who are making a killing with this, so naturally I had to research more and bring you my findings. If you're intrigued already, keep watching. Let's see which ones are some of the most popular services out there. Well, of course, starting with Binance. Binance has built an entire ecosystem of crypto services, and of course they didn't get left behind on this very appealing and successful launch model. They have both Binance Launchpad and Binance Launchpool. Both platforms aim to support the crypto ecosystem by offering first-look access to promising crypto projects to all Binance users. Binance Launchpad is the older of the two platforms, with projects dating back to 2019. It sold more than $57 million in tokens with its first 23 projects, and right now the total value of those tokens is more than 700 million, showcasing an aggregate of more than 11x growth in value to participants who are able to purchase tokens on the platform. This year's statistics show that their launchpad was able to secure commitments worth a total of 38.2 million BNB. This is $10 billion worth from interested participants, which represents how highly anticipated the token launches are. I say commitments because when you want to participate in one of these sales, you're actually locking a certain amount of BNB token. This is the Binance native token. You are then allocated a certain amount of tokens from that sale according to your staked BNB, and this also depends on the number of participants. So most likely you will get a much smaller allocation if your BNB balance is tiny. This is also how BNB is being promoted and finds more utility, so not surprisingly its price has been mooning for quite some time, pretty much the whole of this year. With every new sale, Binance customers rush into buying more BNB tokens that they can commit to this sale, and they get their hands on the pre-launch tokens. It's a great marketing strategy for the BNB token, similar to what crypto.com is doing with their syndicate events, where they offer half-price sales on every new coin that they add to the exchange. However, the Binance Launchpad is way more exciting due to the fact that you're getting pre-launch prices of tokens that often go hundreds of percentage points up when they go public. Some of the biggest successes of Binance Launchpad are the multi-chain DeFi token Coin98, Chilis-based FC Barcelona token as well, gaming token AXS, the old too hot Axie Infinity token, and many more. Band, Kava, Sant was in August, and Cartesi in April last year, Matic, Elrond as well. So many successful projects. It is really impressive. This launchpad uses a lottery system for its token distribution. Once a new IEO is announced, a snapshot is taken of the potential investors' BNB holdings over a set period that varies according to the sale. After the BNB holding period, a user needs to confirm their lottery ticket, after which the lottery will start and the wins automatically allow users to buy. How many tokens investors can keep depends on how much was committed overall, and this is subject to individual caps. In contrast to this, the Binance Launchpool allows users to stake their own crypto tokens and to earn new ones, all for free. This involves using your own crypto assets to deliver funds into a liquidity pool. This process is known as DeFi yield farming, and it's an alternative way to get your hands on tokens at pre-launch stage and without buying them, but using tokens that you already have. The amount of tokens accumulated on a daily basis varies by the amount staked and the total number of tokens committed to the pool. So, the token is open for trading on the 7th day of farming. At this point, users are eligible to trade any new tokens that they have accumulated from the day of their staking. The Launchpool was introduced in September last year, and currently it features 19 projects, 2 of which have ongoing farming periods. The platform was able to distribute $85 million in tokens from its first 17 projects. Those tokens are now worth well over $300 million, around 160% ROI on cross average, even considering the downturn trends of the past 2 months for crypto. The farming pools have recorded a total value locked of $5.46 billion in BUSD, also $143 million in BNB, and a significant amount of cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ether, DOT, and several others. Of course, Binance Launchpad comes in the top of the list. There is no surprise here, to be honest, but there is more good and trusted services out there, like kucoin Spotlight, another very well-known and highly popular exchange. KuCoin has always been seen as the place to catch low-cap gems that haven't yet reached Binance or Coinbase, so it makes sense that they're in the lead. Some of their most successful launches include Polkadot, Velo, Koti, and Luxo, a token that I'm trading and shared with you quite some time ago. Polkastarter is another one. It made a lot of buzz when it launched not long ago. It's built on the highly interoperable Polkadot network. It benefits from all the features of Polkadot, including the liquidity of Ethereum and other leading crypto projects. A lot of this platform's potential attributes to its cross-chain development. The Polkastarter platform is designed so it can enable projects to launch their own interoperable token pools. The Polygon-powered Trust Swap is also in the top. They have their own native token swap, which investors have to stake. It's around 4,000 swap tokens minimum that you need in order to have early access to the whitelists. I mean, all of these platforms are powered by their own native tokens. This is how they actually get to promote their own tokens, get more utility for them, and of course, make the price go up as well. They get more people involved in their ecosystem and in their community. And community is everything when it comes to building a successful crypto project. Well, and good tech of course, but community support is not to be overlooked. If you saw my chat with Joe from Axion Network the other day, you know what I'm talking about. Right, back to the top launchpads. Red Kite is another very popular for gaming projects. And DAGstarter by DAGDAO. This is another one that comes with a strong community. Being a DAO, It serves as a decentralized venture capital investment platform where users have to hold the platform's own DGIM and gain access to the pre-sales. Unicrypt is also popular. It's been around for just over a year, and a new one that I will feature in my next video is TGDAO. This will be the feature of my next episode. It's a new platform and it's entirely owned and controlled by its users, being a DAO. Also, Cube Launchpad is great too. It dabbles also as an NFT marketplace and supports several blockchains, in addition to Ethereum, of course. It's ranked as #1 by Yahoo Finance, so I can't argue with that. Solana also has one built for their network. It's called Solanium. It helps Solana ecosystem projects to raise funds through decentralized swap pools. These are projects that are actually built on Solana. So these are currently the top services that give you early access to some of the hottest new project sales. And as I said, many of these projects do really well, spectacularly actually. And this is due to them being already vetted and selected by teams that are dedicated to this, at least for right now. The competition is what actually keeps them motivated to feature only good projects, or else people will just move to other service providers. It's the free market. Meanwhile, you can go check this out in the written post that goes with this video. I dropped links to all of these. Just go to my post on crypto-corner.com and you will find them there. Don't forget to check out my next video. It is about a launchpad, of course, so it will be useful. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and leave a like and a comment below. This will help the algorithms pick up this video so that more people can find it. Trade carefully and stay profitable.